Okay, so this is going to be a really hard day for me. Yesterday I ran 6.5 miles. Today's a Sunday. Let me turn the music down. Sorry, I had the music turned too loud. It was hard for me to think. Anyways, I ran 6.5 miles yesterday. Today's a Sunday. My schedule is all off because I'm going to show you my garage sometime in this video, but because I got a lot of people asking me to show the whole garage, which I feel like I usually do, just based on how the camera's usually set up. But so the reason my schedule's all screwed up is because my roof was leaking due to rain. So we had to get a roof replacement. The contractors that came and did the roof fucked it up. They didn't tarp it overnight. It rained overnight. So we got a lot more rain in our house. So they had to put an insurance claim in. So now we have to redo, it's like a full house remodel because of all the damage. Luckily, I don't have to pay for any of it because it's covered by their insurance claim. So they start tomorrow. The work is starting tomorrow, so I have to we had to clear out all of our cabinets. We had to get things off the walls because they're it's like a total demolition and remodel. So I guess I don't know why I'm telling you that. I guess that's why my schedule is off. So today's a Sunday. Usually I'd be doing this on a Monday. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to train much this week. No, I'll be able to train because I have places to go to train. But I don't know how much content I'll be able to record because you want to be respectful of other people's places. My friend Kyle's got a garage gym. But anyways, I was going to do a clean complex today, but my legs are just shredded from that 6.5 mile run I did yesterday. And then, so I'm just skipping the clean complex. Lift for the next 4 weeks is going to be really hard. Probably the next 8 weeks is going to be really hard, honestly. If anyone's on cost concurrent, we had that deload week last week. Shit's coming back to becoming really hard again this week. So squat today, I'm going to work up to a top set of 4, followed by a giant set with the same weight I hit that top set of 4. Giant set's only 10 reps, so top set of 4. Rack it, take rest, and then I got 10 more reps split up into however many sets I need to make that in. Then basically the same thing with incline press, but it's a set of 6 followed by a giant set of 12, and then some snatch grip deads. I might modify the snatch grip deads if I have to, if my legs are just cooked. I mean, they're already cooked from the run, but I have no idea how heavy I'm going to go up today. But that's the lift. It's going to be really hard, and that's why I'm skipping the clean complex. So let's get after it. All right, going with 495 for my top set of 4. And then, yeah, I got a giant set of 10 after this. My previous warm-up at 455 moved at 0.58 meters per second. All of these reps should be under 0.5 meters per second. For anyone wondering why I keep saying 0.5 meters per second for bar speed in terms of how fast I want to be moving or the weight or the speed that I want to stay under but striving to achieve, that's arbitrary, but it's because 0.5 meters per second, typically when you look at the normative data, typically 0.5 meters per second is related or correlated to about 80% of 1 rep max, which I feel like is probably heavy enough that you can get multiple quality hard reps, hard sets in at 80% without getting too close to failure, too close to fatigue, in which you can't sustain that effort over a training session. So, I mean, it's arbitrary, but there's a hypothesis to it. There's some thought put into it. And that's also viewing training through the effective reps model, which looks at training in order to gain size. Okay, so I got 10 more reps at 495. I'll probably hit doubles and singles. Usually I would put a time cap or I would have a time limit to try to get all of these done. Today I'm just going to get my 10 reps. I don't care at all how fast it takes me. If it takes me 15 minutes, that's fine. If it takes me 8 minutes, cool. But I'm just going to get my 10 reps in. So I'll answer some questions. If you had to, how would you change your current training to optimize for vertical jump numbers? I would probably lose weight, drop some body fat. So I'd probably change my diet. I probably would reduce the total workload of my lifting. I probably wouldn't do as many sets, as many reps, and as many total exercises. I probably hit 1 lower body exercise per session. I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking off the cuff here, but I mean, those are some things that I might change. Also, when you say to optimize vertical jump numbers, are you talking about my dunking performance, or are you talking about my vertical jump numbers on like a Vertec, because that's a little bit different too. Because if you're talking about just like improving my dunking, I would just go dunk more than once a week. What was your last max recorded broad jump? I think the last time I recorded a broad jump was at my pro day, so that was in 2016. And I think my broad was a 9 feet 10 inches. You can look that up too to fact check me in case I'm bullshitting you, but I think it was 9'10". Since then, I don't think I've tested my broad. I do broad jumps, but I haven't actually measured it. I think what I'm going to do for this giant set, so that was my first 2 reps, I have 10 of them, is if I move the load faster than 0.4 meters per second, I'm going to do another rep. If I move it slower, I'm going to end the set. So that first set was 0.45, 0.38. I feel like that's an appropriate way to do this. Do you think Olympic lifts offered a big hand regarding your shoulders, traps, and your core in general? Yeah, I've talked about this plenty in the past, but absolutely. I think Olympic lifts are like one of the most underrated exercises or groups of exercises that trains your trap development. And then, yeah, I mean, core, I'm sure it plays a role, but I don't think, but like, think about what your core is doing. You have to, Dane calls it dynamic trunk control, where your core, your spinal erectors have to stabilize your spine while all of your other limbs are moving at a high velocity, in conjunction with a high load. So for sure. 0.5, 0.44, 0.34. So I'm 5 reps in, got 5 left. Will, do you do any rotator cuff work? I don't do any exercises that train specifically for the rotator cuff. I think the rotator cuff gets trained just doing basic strength training, overhead press, pulling, dumbbell rows, barbell rows, deadlifts, Olympic lifts. I think the snatch for sure trains the rotator's cuff very well. So no, I don't do any specific intentional rotator cuff work. Can you give your thoughts on DAC Performance's impulse and rebound work? So I know DAC Performance. We've communicated just a little bit on Instagram. I don't know anything about that impulse stuff. All that stuff looks kind of goofy to me. I'm sure he has a solid way to justify it all and solid explanation. I can't read his posts though because they're so wordy. It's like 6 slides long on Instagram. I'm not going to scroll through and read all of that. I don't have an opinion. I don't think it's good or bad. I'm neutral. So sorry, I can't really give you a very good opinion on it. One more rep left. Are you not able to train at the athlete gym now that you're not an S&C coach? I still am, but it's just like, I don't know. The vibes are weird there because of my social media presence. When I was with the athletic department, they didn't really appreciate that. Not to get into too much drama, but they wanted to fire me, but they had no grounds to fire me because I wasn't violating any university policies, but there was an investigation into me in my social media accounts by the athletic department because they wanted to see if I was violating university policies, which I wasn't, because the rule was I'm not allowed to directly monetize using university resources, which I don't, because I don't monetize the videos I put out when I'm there. And I don't like directly advertise for my business with the videos. I just post on Instagram. It's just a personal Instagram account. So they didn't like me using it, even though I told HR, I said, I'm providing you guys free advertisement for the athletic department. Also, there's like football recruits, basketball recruits, volleyball recruits that would follow me on Instagram. And then when they're getting recruited, the football coaches would tell me to like come to practice, come on like Saturday mornings, come to games and talk with specific recruits because they wanted to meet me because of all of it. So I don't know, I felt like I was kind of disrespected in that way. Not that I like need to be praised for it, but the athletic department didn't really understand that my social media presence provides them a lot of value. But anyways, I can still use the athletic training facilities. It's just like weird. Are any particular gyms you've trained at that were your favorite? What would your perfect gym look like as a member, not an owner? Great questions. There's a gym in Grand Forks here called Map Fitness. It's awesome. It's kind of like Alan, you're the one who asked this question. It's kind of like your gym in a way, I think. I guess I've only seen videos of your gym. I've never been there, but there's kind of like a CrossFit Olympic weightlifting side to it. And then there's like a bodybuilding, powerlifting side to it. And there's like a general fitness side to it. But if I was going to have like a perfect gym for myself, I would want something that has enough space to run sprints. Just because in North Dakota it's cold here, so I can't go run sprints in the winter when it snows. But my perfect gym would look like a bunch of platforms, a bunch of racks, nice barbell, Eleiko barbells, Eleiko plates, bumpers and steel plates, space to do all the Olympic stuff. I don't even need like machines, dude. I don't need dumbbells. I can do everything. I can get everything done with a rack and a bar as long as I have enough weight. So nice barbells, nice plates, nice racks, nice platforms, and then space to sprint. That would be my perfect gym. Perfect gym. All right, I got one more rep here, so let's get it done. Perfect way to end that set at 0.39 meters per second, so just under that 0.4. I got incline press next. All right, set of 6, 270 on the incline pin press, followed by a giant set of 12. Wow. Holy shit. I guess it's a pin press, so I can just leave the bar there. Setting up my garage gym would be great to hear your thoughts on essentials and most bang for your buck, or even a tour of your setup and hear you talk about your equipment that are must-have and some that are nice to have. All right, I'll show you my gym right now. All right, so I'm looking from, so this is my door to get into my house right there. So I'll turn around. So this is kind of like the full view of the garage. And again, like I said, this weight tree right there in the middle, that's usually right there in the corner. So they're like ripping out this entire wall right here where the cabinets are. So we had to clear out all those cabinets. So those cabinets are currently empty, and we had to move everything away from the wall. So I have that barbell right there, but that's just going to get rolled to the middle of the garage. I got the bells of steel crash pads over there. Those are easy to move for them. More weights over in the corner, rack, barbell, bench, med ball, treadmill, bike. It's a mini dumbbell rack. So I have these Rogue adjustable dumbbells that are nice to have. You can see them right there. But yeah, this is the tour of the gym. Hopefully the camera's not too shaky. But essentials for a home gym, like I said in the previous question, dude, give me a bar, give me a rack, give me some bumpers, give me some steel plates, and I'll be pretty happy. Nice accessories to have. Definitely those bells of steel crash pads right there so that I can drop the weight to not damage the concrete in my flooring. All right, I got 12 more reps here. Does your velocity-based training device work with presses or other overhead movements? Yes, I'm doing it right now. If so, would you utilize VBT for overhead movements? Yep, using it right now. Would you still apply a general rule of using loads at less than 0.5 meters per second? That's what I'm doing right now. But there's a caveat to this. So when you look at the normative data, like look at Dan Baker's stuff, I think he's done some extensive collecting of data on VBT and like normative velocity ranges with different percentages of 1RM. Different exercises have different load velocity profiles. So that 0.5 meters per second, like I said, it's just kind of an arbitrary number because it's typically about 80% of your 1RM. But something like a bench press is going to have a different load velocity profile than something like a back squat. My guess is because it's different motor patterns, different musculature being primarily involved with the execution of the movement. Therefore, it's just going to have a different load velocity profile. And that might be something to take into consideration when you're programming this. I'm still new to all the VBT stuff. Like I said, I have a lot of doubts with how to effectively use it. Like I don't like using it to make changes in loads that you're using from set to set, because I think you get a lot of wasted reps that way. I wish it spit out the acceleration data. So acceleration, for those of you who don't know, is change in velocity, where velocity is just distance over time. But I think acceleration, and I'm gonna talk about this in a sec more after this next set. So back to the acceleration versus velocity point that I was going to make. So I've been asked plenty of times about whether or not it's worth it, if it's worth using velocity-based training devices for the Olympic lifts. And the answer to that is I don't know, because I think if you're going to use velocity-based training and you want to measure bar speed for the Olympic lifts, you're kind of already getting that feedback whether or not you complete the lift successfully or not, because you have to accelerate the bar. There's a minimum amount of acceleration that needs to be applied to the bar in order to successfully complete a clean or a snatch, because you pull on the bar, there's that moment of where you're no longer pulling on the bar and putting force into the bar. There's that weightlessness period. But anyways, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I wish velocity-based training devices, that maybe some do, but I wish they would provide you that acceleration data. I think that would, because that's the actual number that I would want to see in terms of Olympic lifts. This is something that me and Zach talked about when I had him on the YouTube channel. So anyways, but then the other thing with velocity-based training in Olympic lifts is if you're not a proficient Olympic weightlifter, some issues that you might run into for some people is that they change their technique with the Olympic lifts, because now their goal is to move the bar faster. So their first pull is kind of shitty. Their transition phase becomes different. Their second pull becomes shitty. They just change the entire mechanics of the movement, because their goal is bar speed, not successfully completing a lift. And so I think it kind of ruins the entire purpose of the exercise for a lot of people. So that's just one thing to consider. I just have 3 reps left, so I'm gonna get it done. All right, I'm not going to do the snatch grip deads. I'm going to change it to snatch grip RDLs just because I feel like it. So I'm going to hit a set of 6 here, and then I'm going to do a back off set or 2. All right, I got a question from Nelly Nelson 96, wanting to know why I do those laying down position into a jump, the get up and jumps. He says that he doesn't think they are essential for athletic performance. I don't disagree with that, but it's not about, like, remember, everything we do in training indirectly improves athletic performance. Nothing like directly improves your athletic performance. I would just argue that it's a good idea to get more comfortable interacting with the ground and getting down and getting up, being efficient at getting in and out of different positions, having to get down on the ground, pick something up, get back up, and move quickly. I don't think doing those get-ups and jumps is going to improve your ability to dunk a basketball. I don't think it's going to improve your ability to jump in like other specific contexts for sports. I don't think it's going to improve somebody's ability to perform in the high jump or the triple jump or anything like that. Like I said in that one video, I think there's a lot of like now that I have a daughter, I'm on my knees all the time. I'm sitting in like a V-sit position all the time. She like gets up and runs away from me. She tries to go crawl on things. It's important to just be able to get in and out of those positions, get up, get down on the ground, get back up on the ground quickly. I think that's a good trait to have. I don't think it like improves your performance in sports. So hopefully that answers your question. I appreciate the comment. All right, this is going to be my last set of the day, just set of 8 at 405. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.